Hey everybody, welcome back to the Spin Rack. I'm here with my boys, Petey and Cal. Say what's up, gents.
Hey, what's going on?
Yo, ready to rock?
Hey, today we're going to be talking about the Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping. Basically, it's another prequel about what happened with the how the whole Hunger Games started. So, seems very interesting. Selector, put it down.
Okay.
All right. I mean, look, if you are into the Hunger Games, this is definitely up your alley. This is a prequel to the Hunger Games. It is also the I guess the sequel to the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Some people didn't like it. I thought it was a pretty good movie. So this is like what 25 years, the 25th anniversary after the capital beat the district, was I guess the other parts of the U.S. that rebelled against it. And these are the ways that the game they help to cement that they're the most powerful, they're the toughest than anybody else. Here they're asking everyone to send additional twice the number of tributes to the capital for the games. So we see some of the characters, at least one of the major characters that we saw previously in the Ballads of the Songbirds and Snake, and he is here to basically, lead the whole show going on forward. I think it's really good. I didn't think that they would be able to do well, pull off a prequel, but the book sold very well, and I think that they really did a good job of tying this new prequel to the old series. You also see how the technology changes from what it is now in the Hunger Games, and it seems that they have like this old type of technology. Plus, look at the way the whole art, not only art, but the whole look is brighter, it's colorful. It's a different game, and we know what happens, what in the future, but it is. I think it's pretty cool. I say it's another thumbs up for me. I think going forward to watch this particular movie. What's your take on it, Petey?
Um, I think I seen the first two Hunger Games in the movies. I hadn't read the books. I did have a take where I always struggled that fans struggle with the X-Men because there were kids in the danger room. And so how could they do this? But I always thought it was interesting. And then seeing Hunger Games, I'm like, oh, see. And there was a battle royale. There's a bunch of movies where kids were being put through, like all these treacherous stuff. And so I was just like, yeah, people can get past this. But I for me, I think when I saw, I think Elle Fanning in it, she looks like she's pulling out all the stops. I was kind of in there, and then when I saw Maya Hawke in there, I was kind of out of there because I kind of overloaded on Maya Hawke on what's that thing, the Stranger Things, and she kind of
Oh,
became
come on, man.
the
That's not right.
moral
That's not
the
right.
more she became the moral compass. She was explaining stuff that she wasn't involved with. The giver, like, yo, where did you come from? When did you come into? Now she's talking about the exploiting you. Like she's gonna be the moral compass in this one too. It's like what's the name? It's one of the actresses from what's that thing from Euphoria is the daughter of Judd Apatow. These daughters of these people get these parts where they're just like, we're the good ones. We're the good ones. Where's the children of stars that try to prove themselves by playing the most wild characters, and then they're like, wow, they really pulled out all the stops. Johnny Depp's daughter, I'll say she did try to pull herself in Nosferatu, but otherwise it looks pretty good. Always kind of weird on the showcase that they have in the Hunger Games, but it's part of the Hunger Games. That's part of it. So you go there to see that, and you get to see the battles, which we're not seeing in this trailer right here. But we'll see how it goes. And it seems like they have a lot of these new kids have a lot of attitude. Some of them do, not all, but some will be with it. Some will be always with the struggle. So this is what you kind of get with the Hunger Games. You have the struggle, the dark part of the factory part, and then the spectacle, the stage, and the American Idol aspect of it, or one of those other shows. But anyway, yeah, the reality show aspect of it.
What about you, Cal?
I watched the first Hunger Games film for about 15 minutes and I didn't watch the rest of it. So,
Wow.
this franchise has never interested me. That it lost literally, it lost me in the first, was it 15? I think what was the line when she comes out and says, I volunteer as tribute. I was like, I'm out. I never came back. So I could care less about any of this.
Okay, got it. Well, look,
So
I think it's going
what
to
do
be.
you feel?
Well, I think it's going to be interesting because remember, the more you were seeing the Hunger Games is the 50th tribute, and here we're going back 25 years. One of the main characters is her, I guess, mentor, and we see what he went through and why he developed the way he turns out. I think the what's his name? The guy who played in White Man Can't Jump.
Woody
Um,
House.
Woody Harrelson, that's her mentor. So this is kind of his story, basically. I mean, from what I understand, and this is what he did and why he turns out the way he turns out, and we see him in the Hunger Games, which is interesting. And there's a lot of connections between a whole bunch of different characters uh, in the current series. So now, and I think that's really good, pretty smart, because a lot of people when they see these old prequels, you want to see connections to the future of what's going to happen. I think that sometimes like sometimes people make more all the connections in the story, and sometimes the other way where the story doesn't give you enough of the connections. And so this is all, when you have a good balance, it really does a great job because it brings in all the people who watched it before, and you're bringing in new people with this new story that's different, but still enough of the same to get people who like what really happened. So I'm all for it. I think it's a big thumbs up for me. The production value is kick. It looks like one of the better values right now, but I'm hoping that it does well. I don't know when it's going to come out. Wait, actually, it comes out Thanksgiving, November 20th, another day. I think we were talking about before where all these top movies come out at the exact same time. It's nuts. Give them space to breathe, but hey, what can you do? You know?
Yeah.
So, hey, anything further before we shut this down? Selector?
Gosh,
I
shut it down. Shut it down.
think
And
that's
by
it.
that, I mean shut the whole franchise down.
What? Are you crazy? The whole franchise? No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, the audience is there for it, and we'll see how it goes. Probably
Yeah, I
be
mean,
hugely successful.
I think the last movie didn't it didn't
It
it didn't
blew.
do as well.
Just say it
No, I
sucked. It
no,
was
I thought the movie
terrible.
was good. I think the movie was good,
Then
but
why didn't it do well?
I think the politics gets into some of these things sometimes. The lead one of the lead characters, she said some things that, kind of pissed off a lot of people.
Ooh,
And
Jennifer
there's
Lawrence.
no, it wasn't Jennifer Lawrence. It was I forgot her name. She was in what's her name again? Her name is, I'll tell you right now. Uh she played she's supposed to be she's pretty outspoken about what she feels, what should be done, what shouldn't be done, and some people didn't like the fact that she did that. Rachel Zegler, I think is her name. You know,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I know about her.
and so the numbers there, but I mean, if you still look at the numbers, I mean, and that's what really comes down to it. The franchise has made over what $3 billion.
Yeah,
So I
they'll
mean,
be remaking it and remaking it.
it's made $3 billion. It's cost them half a billion, 600 million to make. So they've made back 5 times. Even the movie that people panned made 3.5 times what it cost. So there's a following. Of course, it's like that's about half of what the previous movie made, the Mockingjay 2, and so it's they can still, like I said, it didn't do as well as the others, but it still made a lot of money. So
Well,
they just have to keep it on.
looking at the cast and more they have Iris Apatow is in there. I wonder how she
Yep.
got in there. And I was looking, and they also have.
Look, the problem isn't if people I know you want to say that the Nepo babies. The question is not a question of whether or not. It's what they do when they get there. Can they hold their own? Do they make the move? If it
Look,
doesn't
I'm
move, it
I've
doesn't
had
move.
it with O'Shea Jackson Jr. Is that his name? Like I'm had it with
Yeah.
him too.
Well,
So
look, his last movie was okay. The first one was good. The first two he did were pretty good. But then you also have, I mean, let's not was Sophia Coppola, who turned out to be a damn good director. But when she was put in the main actress or one of the main
well, you
actresses
can't
in
you doing
Godfather
something,
3, come on, then
but you
that was
can't put
not
you
that good.
can't do a sub you can't do you were asking for audience to deal with incest. Like, come on, it wasn't gonna win. You don't do that.
Sophia
You
Coppola and incest? What are you talking about?
in
In the
the
movie, in the movie.
movie. You're talking about the movie. That's what the people. Besides, the thing is, the thing was set up to fail. You're like, yeah, you want to
Oh,
have questionable
yeah,
stuff, but the people, there's places people don't want to go, and they don't want to
I
go
agree
there.
with that. But I'm saying, but she was such a bad character, and in that way, when she wasn't up to that particular level of acting at the moment, I think she turned out to be a really good director.
The
But I'm
movie
saying
was
this.
bad.
Nobody's
The
up to that
movie was
particular
bad.
level.
The movie was
What what
bad.
what actress, what actor or actress is up to the level of incest?
I'm not. I'm just saying that when you
It was
saw
a
it, it's like
bad movie. The thing is, I don't
you never
understand how that she
believed.
became the worst part. When they come down in the helicopters and start shooting, like I saying, this movie is off, and I hadn't even seen the first two. And then when I saw the first two, I was like, yeah, this doesn't feel like a Godfather movie, and I
It didn't
hadn't
feel like a
seen the
Godfather
movie.
at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
it's
And
interesting.
then to
Yeah,
have him end that way, just falling out of the chair, like, all right, this ain't. We needed Michael not end on what's the name, Andy Garcia Andros turning into the guy. We needed to see Michael turn back the clock and be like one last hurrah, because that's what Vito did. I'm turning back the clock, handing you the keys, and take everybody out. That's what people came to see, not Francis Ford Coppola being like,
we were
"Hey,
talking
I
about
want to
the
resolve."
character, the Nepo character. That's what we're talking
And
about.
you want to talk about that? You went to Sophia, so that's how we got here. I was also
Sophia
going
the
to. I
Nepo,
was
but I
also
mean,
going to play. I was also going to complain about Billy Porter too, but you cut me off from doing that. So I'm iffy on this thing.
God.
I was like, who do I
Billy Porter,
not
Billy
want to
Porter.
see? I do. I don't know. Iris could be good. I'm just saying the parts they give them these parts where they turn into the moral compass. It's like, what's going on here? Like, what is this person here for? I don't need them to tell like to be thrown in there to give us information that we need to hear, to give us the exposition we need. And everyone's complaining about exposition, and then in Stranger Things, they give Maya all the exposition, and people are like fine with it. It's like now nobody cares about. Everyone loves exposition. And the person that has been in the second season, and she knows everything. She ain't even hang out with the kids. Sorry, she said they're kids. You hang out with only kids. How does she know everything? Sorry, ran over.
All right, so hey, if you like what you hear, give us a thumbs, comment, subscribe, spin a rack.
We are
Yep. Well,